Welcome to the Talking the Line podcast, presented to you by Talking the Line Sports Media, giving you our best insights and analysis so you can rake in some cold hard cash on your next sports bet. Now sit on back, open up your mind, and let's cash some tickets. We can't thank you enough for joining us. We hope you enjoy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, degenerates and gamblers, far and wide. Welcome in to episode number 221 of the Talking the Line podcast on this absolutely beautiful Thursday of Bets, also known as February the 10th, 2022, so you don't have to check your calendars out there for the first time today. Can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by. Dive into probably about 50, 60, 70, 100 different rabbit holes here today. You know the drill, but before we can do that, we need you kind folks out there too. Smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you are currently ingesting the TTL Pod on. If you are watching on YouTube, hey, you might as well hit that notification bell over there as well so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping like the Wise Words podcast featuring Jeff Dawson, Volume 2 for the second time yesterday. Dropped 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you check that out. Or if you're watching on one of our social media platforms, make sure you hit that like button, that follow button there so you never miss any of our additional social media content. Or if you are listening on your favorite podcast directory, make sure you hit that subscribe button there too, as we do release the audio of every live show after each episode is complete. Next item up on the docket, if you could be so kind, you can find it in your heart to do so while you're watching today's show. Hey, hit that other like button, leave us a comment, leave us a rating, jump on over yonder in the live chat. If you are watching live, you know we love to connect with you live on the show as I take out my funny bone here this morning. Hey, maybe hit that share button too. Send it on over to your brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, aunts, uncles, friends, enemies, neighbors, people who live on the opposite side of the damn globe as you, but you would refer to as a good old-fashioned ticket cashing degenerate, because you know by now that's what we are here at the TTL Pod. We can't thank you enough when you do all those things. Only helps us make TTL Sports Media bigger and better for each and every one of you. Last, certainly not least, head on over down there to this episode's description where you will locate the Talking the Line link tree. Within that link tree, you will find the talkingtheline.com website, all the TTL Crew social platforms, and all of our additional content so you can consume all of that jazz in one convenient location, however and whenever you please. Ladies and gentlemen and beautiful gambling people, joining us for episode number 221, I am your humbled, honored, hyped, and always handicapping host, Colton, Captain Colt Soroka, and I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with me and my partner, dive into those aforementioned rabbit holes, and most importantly, get some picks, get some insights, get some analysis, and bankrupt every damn book on the marketplace. You thought we were doing something else? You thought there was going to be another agenda here on today's show? You're out of your damn mind. You are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You better get with it, folks. It is ticket cash in time. You know the vibes I'm bringing down. Nothing but good energy. Seems like there's a lot of negativity and toxicity out there in this world today, so I say fuck that shit. I'm bringing all the goodness your way. So, we'll see what my partner's bringing. I tend to think he's probably on the same wavelength, maybe just not as high. You know, I'm kind of the yin to his yang in some situations. But with that all being said, my friends, help me welcome in for the day, the man, the myth, the degenerate gambling legend himself, and the TTL Crew's resident Southsider and cheesehead faithful himself, Mr. Riley, RMags, Magnuson. Partner, how you doing over there today, pal?
Dude, I am doing absolutely fantastic. That intro got me ready to run through a damn brick wall, dude. I was feeling a little sleepy on this Thursday morning, if I'm being so honest, dude. And that honestly did it for me. I don't know what the hell I just knocked over here on my side of things. But either way, I got the energy flowing now, dude. I'm feeling good. How, aside from the energy-wise, how are things over there?
Spectacular, my friend. Terrific. If I was any better, I'd be twins on this side of the camera, my friend. Yeah, dude, I'm just seeing a lot of negativity and a lot of bullshit and a lot of just stuff going on today. And I said, you know what? Because to be honest with you, maybe I got up on a little bit of the wrong side of the bed. I don't want to say wrong side of the bed. Maybe a little sleepy, just a little this, a little that. But I said, no. That ain't what I do. I ain't coming to this show with none of that bullshit. I'm coming with nothing but good vibes. And if I got to crank it up to 10, hey, here we go. Bright eyes, big smiles. That's all I'm bringing here today. So, first things first, we got a little recapping to do, all right? Then we'll talk about the show. We'll do a little more rabbit hole diving. But for now, firmly affix your rabbit hole diving shorts today, my friends. I promise you're going to need them on. But first things first, bit of a weird day for the TTL Crew yesterday. It seems like I get hot, partner goes a little bit cold. It's been back and forth this week. But as always, we won't hide them from you. We won't run from them. The TTL Crew's best bets of the day from February the 9th, 2022. If I do remember, yeah, we were a little bit off there, so let me move us around. Here we go. All right, partner. Next to my dome piece up here, we see a 0-1-1 day from you, my friend. That Georgia Tech game absolutely kicked you right in the teeth, my friend. I don't know. Maybe I said it on yesterday's show. I said I'm done with the ACC. Maybe, hopefully, you are too as well, my friend. I needed the one final Clemson kick in the nuts, and I think hopefully this might have been yours. And then I want to hear your thoughts on that as well as Golden State Warriors CLV Trophy of the Year, my friend. What the hell happened?
Where do I start? First of all, I mean, Georgia Tech. We talked for a second. We talked to each other and said, "Hey, Georgia Tech up by 12 first half. Here we go." And then an absolute collapse, hanging with them through most of the second half too. And then an absolute collapse, dude. Could have been worse. Terrible. They were doing. I really thought. I don't know if anyone watched, but Miami was doing a little 20 seconds dribbling out the clock. Their guard kept flirting with going at the basket, and it's just fuck you, stop it, one of those. And then as far as the Warriors, man, I just need to, I've been saying be tentative, tread lightly on the NBA, and apparently I'm not listening enough to my own advice. So that's where I stand there. They started up 13-0. I went away to do a few other things. Next thing I know, it's about 100-72. So I'm out of the NBA for the rest of the week. Hopefully, once we get through the trade deadline and everything else, we'll be back to business as usual on that side of things, my friend.
I can't blame you on either one of your picks, my friends. I told you pre-show to, hey, be tentative on those Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, man. That ACC has been kicking me in the teeth, and I think that's just kind of what the ACC and the Pac-12 are going to be. So those are my two conferences. I always say stay away, but I backed you 100% on the Warriors, even with the drop down to +1.5. I truly believe the NBA is just absolutely disgusting right now. That's why I haven't got heavily involved for about a month, and people have been calling me crazy for not doing it, and there's just no damn reason unless you see some real good value on a prop. But I digress. I went 2-1 yesterday. Solid day for your boy. Not too shabby. Old George Mason, nice and sweaty OT. That's what I was expecting from that one, especially with how the last game ended. And I was expecting that from Rutgers as well. I was not expecting to go into those games and, this is just going to be nice and easy. Like, I was fully anticipating the games that we saw. Was not anticipating the fucking over in Xavier and Seton Hall. Had an 80% chance of covering the under with about 1 minute and 2 seconds left in that game. It's like 67-61, and it steamed over. Couldn't even believe that happened. Lost my mind. So missed a clean sweep is what it is. So whatsoever. Me and Mags, hey, maybe we start putting those out. Me and Mags put together a little parlay courtesy of my college basketball blog. Hey, it pays to read the board report. Put it together, a little 250 sprinkle. One of the lines voided. It was Tennessee and Mississippi State. It voided because it pushed at 135. Every other one hit. It was an 8-leg parlay, so 7 hit, and we hit 250 for, it was like 2 bills, I think. It was like, well, let's fucking go. So we'll keep
along those lines, dude.
We'll keep moving. So my whole idea of filling the bankroll in order to be able to heavily bet the Super Bowl props has come to fruition yet again. The power of speaking things into existence, my friends. Well, didn't work this time around. We talked about Tulane winning that game potentially outright, and boy, oh boy, what a kick in the clams that was. Probably the worst beat that the TTL crew has taken all year. I tweeted about it this morning from the TTL page. If you guys saw that stuff on there. If you don't, go watch the video. Goodness gracious, all Friday. And then it just so happens each one of the losing plays on the parlay pop off, so we go over 3. So there you go. There you have it. Moneyline Dice go 1-1. Cal took care of business in Oregon State, but the over was nowhere to be found. So there you go. There you have it, my friends. Still in the green overall. Nothing too terrible. It's all right. You had your shoulder's pretty heavy, the show on your back yesterday or 2 days ago. I had it yesterday. It's all good. No problem. Now, this Thursday, we sharing the burden. Hey, I got you, bro.
Let's get this figured out there, yeah?
Yeah, dude, 100%. I share in the burden today, okay? And we're going to carry this load of bankrupting the books up this steep hill together, all right? So,
100%. Hey,
let me actually go ahead. What you got?
In addition to building a bankroll for Super Bowl, you've still been sitting on that Aaron Rodgers MVP ticket?
Yes, I have. Potentially.
NFL honors are tonight is the only reason I ask, because I got a little sprinkle myself that I've been holding on to.
Okay, well, we could have a lot of fun. When my bankroll was really, 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 really low back then.
Sorry.
So I did like $1 and $2 and $3, and it's not going to be shit. Like, I don't even remember what I did, but like I tracked him. So I'm kind of worried about that because on my action, like I tracked him back in August for like a unit and quarter unit and this and that, like whatever the fuck I was thinking at that point. And I'm like, well, fuck, I'm up to 25 and 50s now. Like, I don't want to be fucking like, oh shit, that's fucking me. No. So I don't know. So we'll, but yeah. It's a good thing you reminded me of that. I forgot I had all those. Those are all sitting out there. Also, I got a bunch of guys. I still got Jamar potentially. Like, we got a lot of fucking tickets to cash. But okay, I just updated the little Moneyline Dice action as well. All right. Outside of that, one of the weirdest college basketball boards we've seen this entire season, my man. I said it actually this past Saturday. This exact thing, and I think this one takes the cake, man. Mid-major Central. I knew you wouldn't like this one a whole bunch with just how much mid-major there is on it. And even I don't really like it with how much mid-major there is. There's a lot of weird matchups, and there's matchups that I think should exactly what should happen, but it's just like, man, these lines are damn perfect. I can't find the edge with where these lines are. But nonetheless, I still got 2 plays, both mid-major plays. I absolutely love them. My partner's only got 1, the Big Ten homer himself. You better believe he's taking it from there. There's 2 Big Ten games on tap, so you're going to have to wait a little while to see. Then we'll do the Board Bender Parlay. We got 4 legs on that bad boy, paying out at over 12-1 odds, my friends. So stick around for that bad boy. We'll recap all of that nonsense, and then once we get through that, we'll do the Moneyline Dice roll of the day. We got the Grand Canyon Antelopes against the Utah Valley Wolverines. I mean, if I've ever seen a true coin flip on a college basketball slate, this is the game. So stick around for the Moneyline Dice roll. And then that, as always, kind of opens the floodgates on the nonsense, if you will, and gets us into the second half of the show. Mags Sidebar, a little bit of crew banter. We'll get into the latest and greatest breaking news, sports, and gambling world. TTL announcements, motivation minutes, a little bit more positivity, motivation, and energy if you needed it. And then we'll go on, get on up, and get on out. Partner, anything I missed, deliberated? So I got the vibes fucking flowing today, pal. What? Anything I didn't discuss there, pal?
Cross our fingers. It's trade deadline day, dude. We gotta be getting some type of, I don't know, if it'll be major news or whatnot.
I would hope
on top
so.
of that, I would hope so too. I
Hey,
mean, it's afternoon.
all right,
We gotta get something.
R.I.P. to our man Ben Scott Stevens, man. He got blocked by old
Woj, I did
Woj,
see
man.
that.
Hey, T's and P's, man. T's and P's, Benny.
What
Golly.
a random.
I know.
What a person to block. What a random
random
person to be blocked by.
What a random block. Just the most awkward thing ever. But hey, that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to offer my condolences because I understand how it can be. One more final bit of business here, my friends, before we get into the meat of it. Please, lift your mugs up high. To me. To you. And all you gorgeous people out there sipping the black elixir of the gods, I don't care what time it is. Just take your sip, and we'll be right back. Yahoo! Woo! Come on! Ow. It's showtime. It's ready for a good old shootout at the OK Corral. So without further ado, my friends, you better strap in because the rocket is about to take off of the landing pad. It is time for the first segment of the day, RMags Best Bets of the Day. He flips to the opposite side of the screen as to say, hey, this man is the one that's about to talk. And without further ado, as he gets much bigger, partner, let him rip. Let him have it. And as always, holy shit, you have the floor.
My man. Okay, you already mentioned I am going to the Big Ten on this in this matchup here. Only question I have for you: are Big Ten unders back?
They're so back. They're so fucking back. It may not be college football season, but they are so back.
They're, at least for this week, they are fucking back here. You're right. Not quite football type back. Big Ten football unders is a different story.
Okay.
But I do believe we have some value here today, partner. Iowa, Maryland is where I'm going. Didn't want to touch that Purdue-Michigan game, honestly. I've been staying far away from Michigan games just in general. Honestly, gun to my head, I think that one goes under too. Big Ten unders are back, period. But as far as this one is concerned, we are in Maryland for this one, partner. Maryland, 65 points per game allowed at home. About a 10-point difference than on the road for them. They average about 75 allowed on the road. And they've given up 70 or less in every home game at Maryland since November. And I believe it was like 71 to one of your favorites, George Mason, back in early November. I don't think I guess I kind of stopped right there, but I think 71 is the highest they've allowed here. And 70 is the max for Big Ten play as well there in Maryland. And believe it or not, they've also scored less at home than on the road. Oddly enough, have the Terps. I mean, they've been the dirty Terps, the Twerps, whatever you want to call them. They haven't been great offensively at home either. 68.6 points per game at home compared to 71 points per game on the road. Don't know what to make of that, but I'm going to buy into it a little bit here again today. They haven't scored 70 home or away since OT game against Northwestern about a month ago, January 12th, and that's home or away. They have not scored over 70. So this offense is not one that's going to be pushing this over themselves. Now, of course, you say, okay, what about Iowa, Riley? Iowa's the offensive team. What
about Iowa, Riley?
Well, they're a fast-paced offensive team. I get it. At home, 87 points per game at home. They are probably the most, I believe they are one of the most, if not the most, over team at home. But on the road, 72 points per game scored on the road. That's a 17-point difference there. And they've actually scored 73 or less in 4 of their last 5. And that one outlier is an OT game against Penn State as well. So their offense, honestly, right now is not exactly steaming along, whether it's home or away. And I think we see a little regression, or stick to that mean, I should say. Not even regression, just stick to that mean here on the road. I do believe that this might be a little bit of one of the outliers as far as I think they crack 70 here. But I kind of see it as a 75-65 75-70 at max here for Iowa. A lot of these reasons why I think Iowa's going to struggle on the road offensively. I was starting to lean myself into Maryland, but then I look towards their offense and them just have been the twerps all season long. I can't trust them, but I do believe I can trust this under. Just a couple of trends, then I'll get out of here short and sweet, my friend. Iowa under is 10-4 last 14 on the road. I believe they're a top 10 over team on the season, but on the road that is not the case. 10-4 last 14 going back to last year. And Maryland 14-5 last 19 at home, and I believe 5-10 this year to the under at home. So they've been a great under team at home. Iowa, surprisingly enough, an under team on the road as well. So I'm sticking with that 147. Wouldn't go past 145. Like I said, I honestly 145.5. Honestly, I think 75-70 is the max that this one gets to, partner. But I love it right there at 147 for my first and only best bet of the day. Iowa, Maryland under 147.
I hear you, and I like it. Just kind of went over my radar. Obviously, I don't get too deep into the Power Fives or any of the major conferences for that, but I like where your head's at here with the under. I think Big Ten unders are all the way back, my man. And what I'm kind of hearing from you, too, might get a little sweaty towards the end, but don't jump off the ship. Hey, 75-70, no big deal. Maybe I got kind of the same track for my total play as well. Who knows? Who's to say? What do I know? But what I do know, partner, is to ask you if you got anything else left for that one play. And obviously, probably not, but just in case you do, I always like to acknowledge. Got anything else?
You know what? I guess I forgot the bets and money splits. 75% of bets on the over, 56% of money on the under. So I like that nice little sharp split there, my friend. That is all I got. Well, I will concede to you now, my friend.
Hot Doge. What do you know about that shit? All right. Well, I appreciate you and your picks as always. Flippery-dippery us back over here. Do one of these numbers and now make my head big so you know it's time for my best bets of the day. You better believe it, my friends. The Mid-Major King has thus entered the chat. Shout out to Jeff Dawson and the MMK caricature just fucking sent me through the fucking...
he tagged us on Talking the Line with it, I believe, on the Instagram. Dude, I got to check out what he sent us.
Oh, it was electric. It was electric. I read that too. Electric. Appreciate the hell out of you. You guys can see me on his show, The Midday Market Report, live from the Cape Cod, my friends, 1 p.m. Central Time if you are in Central. Obviously, just do the math if you're not. But we'll talk about that later. It's time to get into my best bets of the day. They both are mid-majors, my friends, because this is mid-major heaven today. There's a lot of games that are pretty daggone spot on, but I got two that got some serious advantages here. So, number one, we're calling it the SoCon Smacker. That's right, because we're just every damn book on the fucking market here today with this play. So, without further ado, we're going to the Mercer Bears and the VMI Keydets, and we're taking the under 148.5. Honestly, jumped off the screen at me is how high this was. And I really believe it's because of how these teams have been playing lately. And it's a little bit inflated based on that. And I think if it was a little bit more based across the board overall, and you'll hear me talk about it here in a little bit, I think this number would be a lot lower, even down into the low 140s, maybe 142, 141. Now, my number, 141. 141. There you go. My line came out to 145.5 on this one. I think we have plenty of wiggle room to go, regardless of how this game shakes out. Much like Mags just talked about, might get a little shaky towards the end, a little sweaty. Who's to say, who's to know? But 75-70, I see a maximum 75-69 type of game. That's kind of where I was thinking with this game. So I think we have plenty of room to wiggle again for this under. But Mercer has been a wagon to the under all year long, and that's why I really like this one. 7-3 to the under in their last 10 games overall. They've really had a lack of scoring production across that span as well. But the one thing that hasn't been struggling is defense for them. They've been able to lean on it, and they actually just took Chattanooga, one of the best teams in the SoCon, to overtime, and that game only went 74-72. And I would definitely put Chattanooga above VMI offensively when it comes to SoCon play. Now, speaking of VMI, they have been an over team this year. However, this is a key spot for them to where they have been playing to the under, and I'll get to that once we talk about the key trends. You know, I never forget about that, but right now, they go on like a 2 or 3 game scoring spurt where they put up 80-plus points, and then they just come crashing back down to earth. I really see today as one of those crashing back down to earth type of days, and there's a couple of key things outside of that I really like. I mentioned at the top, the way they're playing lately. Last 3 games, these two teams are averaging a combined 147.3 points per game. but on the road and at home all season long so far, they're only averaging 142.5. So again, I think it's just a little bit inflated, and I think it comes back down to that mean of where it's been at, and I think we maybe even potentially have a sweat-free under here. I didn't necessarily mention too much of defenses because they've been pretty much the same wavelength the entire year, and I really just think that it comes down to these offenses struggling. Last but not least, home and away scoring splits. Mercer averaging 67.1 points per game on the road compared to 72.4 at home, allowing 74.1 points per game on the road compared to 71.4 at home. And then you just simply compare that to VMI and you have your edge. 75.4 points per game at home, 76.6 on the road. Kind of bizarre. They actually score a little bit less at home. And then 72.3 points per game allowed at home, 76.9 on the road. So see your edge there. I think it's going to be a little sweaty towards the end, but like I said, 75-69 maximum. However, you don't believe me? Believe the trends. Under 8-3, VMI's last 11 as a favorite, 9-4 last 13 home games. Combine the two, 6-2 their last 8 as a home favorite, 7-1 their last 8 versus a team with a losing road record. The under is 13-5 in Mercer's last 18 road games, 9-4 last 13 as a road dog, 26-11 last 37 following a straight up loss, 7-2 their last 9 versus a SoCon opponent, 3-2 is the under in the last 5 meetings between these two teams. But when it is played in VMI, the under is hit in 4 out of the last 5 meetings there. Give me all of the under 148.5 for the SoCon. Smack Mercer Bears, VMI Keydets, under 148.5.
I like it, my man. Lost the hook in a couple spots down to 148. You got a threshold on this one?
Yeah, I'd say honestly that 146, because it came out for me right at 145.5, so okay. I would take it to 146. Okay. That would be all the lower, but I think this is going to be one of those games that the public, one of the more high-profile mid-major games, I guess, that you can say, and I think that everybody's going to kind of be expecting it to go over. So I think it stays way under on this one. So
yeah, I agree. I would say these teams are on people's on the average public's college basketball public's radar for sure. Yeah.
But if anything, just at the bare minimum. But last I looked, just to wrap it up on that one, there was it was about 86 or 82% of money. Now just about 90% of money coming in on the, but no bet percentage or anything. So about 90% of money coming in on that under. So it is definitely coming under, and it is warranted that hook has been lost. So there you go. There you have it. Let's go to my second best bet of the day. This one is the Sunbelt Sizzler, my friends. I'm going to the Arkansas Red Wolves and the Troy Trojans. And we're laying the wood with the Trojans. You know me, if I lay wood, I got a lot of confidence, and we're taking the 2.5. I am also fine with the 3.5. I would get a little crazy with the 3.5 as well. Did I say 3.5 or did I say 3? I'm cool with the 3. Yeah, I'm cool with the 3, and then I would go all the way up to 3.5. So, okay. I would get a little wild with 3.5. Either way, I think that Troy's being a little bit undervalued here, and typically I would be looking Arkansas State in this matchup. However, kind of another spot play for me here, and this has been a really, really good spot for Troy. So this spot is when they're coming off of back-to-back road games, and then they play a home game and get ridiculously undervalued, and they cook that opponent. I mean, I'm talking double-digit cook that opponent. The last time that they had this position, they beat Coastal Carolina, another Sun Belt opponent, 69-59, and South Alabama, another Sun Belt opponent, 77-68. So they go and they kind of scuffle. Maybe they win on the road. Maybe they scuffle. It doesn't really matter. But they do those 2 road games, and then they come back home, and the books expect them to struggle off that one, but they just come and they absolutely dominate their opponent. Not to mention, they're 8-1 straight up and 4-2 against the number on their home hardwood. They are not being overvalued in this spot. That's just the record you get when you're a Sun Belt team and you got to play shit Division II teams that don't even have rankings. So it is what it is. But you look at Arkansas State, 5-4 straight up, 4-4-1 against the number on the road. Overall, 15-6 straight up, 10-7-1 against the number. So it's easy. You can see if they struggled anywhere, they've struggled on the road. And I think that's what they continue to do here today. They have a pretty solid trend right now since late January of win one, lose one, win one, lose one, both from a straight up and an ATS perspective. And wouldn't you know that they're coming off a 67-58 win as 2.5-point favorites over the Louisiana Lafayette Raging Cajuns. And now they come in here as 2.5-point dogs. How you darn? I'll keep it moving. A couple other keys that I like here. This is not going to be an offensive battle. Neither one is setting the world on fire. I do love this to be a defensive game, which we have a huge edge with Troy. 83rd in ADE, 63rd opponent effective field goal, 37th in field goal percentage allowed, 75th three-point field goal percentage allowed. Both of those are the true point, not per KenPom. 59th in turnover percentage. This one is per KenPom. And then 71st in points per game allowed. Simply compare that to Arkansas State, 162nd in ADE, 125th opponent effective field goal, 164th in true field goal percentage allowed, 82nd in true three-point field goal percentage allowed, 137th in points per game allowed, and only 122nd in turnover percentage. Last but certainly not least, my friends, they're coming in here at just a little bit of a height disadvantage. The Red Wolves are against the Troy Trojans, but there also is a little bit more to the story. The depth and the height are really what's going to matter here today. Troy is second in the nation in depth and 204th in height per KenPom. Arkansas State 307th in depth and 324th in height. So I think they come in at a very severe advantage. Not to mention this game's going to be tight. We're going to need free throws. 77.4% over the last 3 games for Troy, 71.7% from the stripe for Arkansas State over that same 3-game sample. You don't believe me? For the final time, believe the trends. Troy 6-2 against the number, last 8 overall, 4-1 ATS, last 4 following a straight up and ATS win. 11-3 against the number, last 14 home games versus a team with a winning straight up road record. 6-1 against the number, their last 7 Thursday games. Arkansas State 1-5 against the number, their last 6 Thursday games. The Trojans are 6-3 against the number, their last 9 meetings. And speaking of last meetings, it was on January 25th of 2020, and it was in Troy. And Arkansas State won 78-62. And you're about to tell me that the Troy Trojans aren't going to be ready to open up about 6 cans of whoop ass on the Red Wolves? You're out of your damn mind. No, this one is the Sun Belt Sizzler. I apologize. The Troy Trojans, minus 2.5. Lock it in. Second and final best bet of the day.
I do like it, my man. I agree with the defensive stuff, my man. 3 in certain spots, up to 3.5 on FanDuel. So you can still catch it at 3 in a couple spots. Bet Rivers, DraftKings is what I see over here.
Okay. Yeah, I got it at the 2.5. So I would be tentative on the 3.5, but I still think they cooked their opponent, man. I really think they do. I think they keep that trend going. So there you go. There you have it. My 2 best bets of the day. All right, partner. Let's keep it moving. Keep it grooving. Let me, I got all these freaking tabs open over here, and I got to get everything back in order so we can accurately talk about it. Probably glitching out over here now, so that's absolutely terrific. Let me see what I can do here. All right.
We're cruising.
First things first. Let's get rid of this bad boy, and then we will go on over to the special play of the day, the Board Bender Parlay. It is the 3rd segment of the day, my friends, and it is time to dive deep on into it. Without further ado, let's tell you what's on it. We got 3 legs that are coming from the college basketball slate, and partner, we hockey sharps. I certainly think we are today. We got one coming from the NHL ice as well. So, first things first, 3 legs from the college basketball hardwood. Number 1. We don't think they're overvalued. We think there's a little Fugazi line movement on this one. Middle Tennessee minus 5.5. They are going up against the Old Dominion Monarchs today. Just a couple of key things. Monarchs 0-5 ATS last 5 is a dog. 0-4 ATS last 4 is a road dog. 1-4 against the number. Their last 5 following an ATS loss and straight up loss. They just haven't been good in this position, and I don't think Middle Tennessee's being overvalued. I mean, still 6-2-1 against the number this season as a favorite. 7-2-2 their last 11 home games. 3-1-1 last 5 following an ATS loss. So I think people are expecting them to scuffle here today, and I'm just not buying it. Partner, anything I left out?
Yeah, I think Old Dominion's overvalued. They got a couple wins a week or so ago at home that I feel like are making people think that they're kind of on the right track, and then they lose back-to-back now, one home to Western Kentucky and one on the road to FAU, both by 17 or more. So I do not think the Old Dominion Monarchs are going to hang with the old Middle Tennessee. What is it? Blue Raiders, right? Blue Raiders?
Oh yeah, Blue Raiders. Blue Raiders against the Monarchs. So there you go. The first leg, Middle Tennessee minus 5.5. Leg number 2. We go to the University of Texas Arlington Mavericks. This is a little weird. We're taking the plus 1.5. Now, plus 1.5 is at minus 122. We looked on FanDuel, and the Louisiana Monroe, They were plus 100 on the minus 1.5. Partner, what the heck's going on with that, my man?
I don't know. It smells and stinks to high heaven, though, my man. I believe we've got ULM 12-12 straight up against UTA 9-13 straight up. That losing straight up record, man, scares people off of teams like that, man. And I think FanDuel over there is trying to, with that nice little plus money carrot over there, even at that nice little price, I think they're trying to trick people into that ULM spot right there, dude.
I think so. I think you are spot on. So there you go. We're taking UTA plus 1.5, second leg of the Board Bender Parlay. Leg number 3. I've been to the well a few too many times on this one, partner, but I think we can take it once again. Going to the Florida Atlantic Owls, plus 4.5, my friends. They're going up against Western Kentucky. They just beat Western Kentucky in their last matchup, and I think they do it again, even though they're the underdogs here. 4-0 ATS last 4 games overall. 6-1 ATS last 7 following an ATS win. 5-1 ATS last 6 games following a straight-up win. 16-5 against the number their last 21 Thursday games. 7-3 against the number their last 10 as a dog. I told you, pre-show partner, 9-1 against the number their last 10 games against FAU, and every single one of them they've been the dog, my man. I love FAU in this spot. Anything else I didn't mention?
Not really, dude. I mean, I personally feel like they've covered 4 straight. I feel like we're just in the not even at the end of the line of a cover streak. I think we're in one of these middle stages of a 10-game wagon or something along those lines, dude, where they're just being undervalued. I don't get it. They're really damn good. Worst case scenario, I think we have one of the better games, entertainment standpoint of the night, and we've got a scrappy, close 2-3 point game at worst, in my opinion. Even if they do lose, I think they cover, man.
I like the way you think, my friend. I love the plus 4.5. There you go, the 3 college basketball legs. Now we got one more leg to make this baby go over plus 1,000 odds. To be accurate, plus 1,210 odds for you here today. Now, going to the NHLI, strap up the skates, my friends, and we might be going to an unpopular opinion, but I think it is a very, very valuable opinion. We're going to the matchup between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Boston Bruins, and the Bruins got a little bit of nonsense going on right now. Looks like they're going to be without Brad Marchand, Patrice Bergeron, a couple of the key guys. Now, that being said, we're not fading them. We're not going to take the Hurricanes on the money line just in case any nonsense happens. But we got something else, and it does have plus money. We're going to the 60-minute game total, and we're taking under 2.5 total goals. It is at plus 100 odds. Again, the 60-minute total, this one I can definitely see it being like a 2-2 tie, partner, and we're cooking along into overtime, and all of a sudden, hey, we cash it because we stayed under 2.5, and then they go to overtime, and maybe they go over and hit the 3. I love it in this spot. Is there anything else you got, good sir?
Not too much, man. Keyword, though. Keyword, if people are listening, is the 60-minute total, because this one could go into overtime and bust. It absolutely could. But Carolina, one of the better teams in the damn league, coming off of a couple scoofles, you should say.
Scoofling.
On the road, 3-4 losses the last 2. They've been a great bounce-back team, man, and it's typically their defense that bounces back. 2 or less, the 3 games leading up to that, and a win. The last 3 meetings between these 2 teams, 2 or less for Boston, 2 of them gigantic ass-whooping wins for the Hurricanes here. So
sure,
I've got no concerns, dude. I think they struggle without their guys.
I do believe you are correct. And one final thing, Carolina, first in the NHL in goals allowed per game, second in the NHL in shots allowed per game, and they got the #1 penalty kill unit in all of the National Hockey League. I think they're going to dominate them defensively, and it might get a little sweaty. I mean, that's what hockey betting is. But again, the Boston Bruins under 2.5, 60-minute total goals. Okay, my friend, that's the Board Bender Parlay. Why don't we just recap all of today's best bets of the day here? What do you say?
Why don't we? Let's do it.
All right. Well, without further ado, some poet, I didn't even know it. Move on. Move the old ticker on up here. And without further ado, it's time for the TTL Crew's best bets of the day. I first have to share the old screen here. And then, getting a little glitchy. Okay, here we go. Share the old screen. And now, my friends, for the purposes of clipping, the TTL Crew's best bets of the day are now live on your screen for this beautiful February 10th, 2022. Please, so kindly turn your attention all the way up to the top left portion of your screen. RMags pick of the day. No plural here on this card. He's going to the Big Ten matchup between the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Maryland Terrapins, and he's taking the under 147. He says comfortable down to 145. My picks, opposite side of that, top right of your screen. We got a total as well. We're going to the Mercer Bears going up against the VMI Keydets. We're taking under 148.5. I am comfortable all the way down to 146. I'm also taking the Troy Trojans -2.5. Comfortable with that -3. Do your line shopping. Would be a little tentative at the 3.5, but I still like it. Right above us, you have the Board Bender Parlay, and I can hear the books changing odds as we give this out right here and right now. So hammer it in as fast as you possibly can. The Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders -5.5. The University of Texas Arlington Mavericks +1.5. The FAU, that's Florida Atlantic University Owls +4.5. And the Boston Bruins under 2.5 total goals on the 60-minute line. There are 3 straight plays for 1 unit and 1 special play for a half unit that are destined to make it straight to the pay window and bankrupt every book on this market. But before they can, we need you to help us and lock them in, hammer them home, sprinkle a little bit of dough down, whatever you need to say. Just make sure you get today's TTL crew best bets of the day that are clearly primed for ticket cashing in, whatever the current best line is on your
favorite sports book.
Ooh, doggy, dude. What a decent little mid-major court here, dude. Where the hell are we?
This is the Troy Trojans facility, but I don't know. I don't know what they refer to it as. It is a nice little mid-major facility, though.
It is. Actually not hard. You can take a few stabs in the shot in the dark here. It is no sponsor, no man's name or anything like that. Take a stab in the dark.
Trojans Court.
Trojan Arena, I think.
Trojan Coliseum, Trojan Arena. Well, you did get a picture that looks like it's kind of under construction at the time. You see some you get a little yellow tape here, you got a little yellow tape over here, and then we got some yellow tape over here going into here. I can see it on my screen. It's kind of funny. It's like crime scene tape. I don't know what they got going on.
Maybe it's just like so important that they don't want you on the court, but not important enough to where they can't go higher than caution tape. I don't know. I guess I didn't notice that.
Also, where I'd be trying to watch the game, if I'm being honest with you guys, while we got it up here, I'd be trying to watch the game right on this little peak here. You see that?
Yeah.
Give me a little fucking chair and let me kick back with some Rays on my back, watching some CBB, dude. Oh, come on. And I bet you these tickets ain't but $6 a pop. Like they ain't burning the windows down off of nobody. I was listening to somebody. First of all, before we get into this rabbit hole, the TTL crew's best bets of the day. I was listening to somebody, and they were saying there was like a mid-major game, 2 teams that I really liked, and they were saying like tickets were like $6-7, like nothing whatsoever. You just waltz in the son of a gun. I'm like, well, sign me up. Neither here nor there. Maybe you'll see us live from a mid-major game sometime soon. Who knows? There's only 7 games left, so maybe not. Either way, Moneyline Dice roll of the day. You see GQ versus Utval. What? Utval. Fucking Utval.
That's what I was hoping for with that one. Utval.
So there you go. There you have it. This is... Oh, fuck. I hit too many buttons at once. The Moneyline Dice roll of the day. Yeah, I hit too many buttons at once. Oh, boy. Hey, there we go. Moneyline Dice roll of the day. The doggone thing was glitching all over the place. All right. There we go. Grand Canyon Antelopes and the Utah Valley Wolverines. Parter, you know the drill. What's the details behind this matchup, sir?
Alrighty, my man. We are in at Utah Valley for this one. Grand Canyon headed over there. The Wolverines of Utah Valley -1.5 at home. Let me get back to the old book here. They are -122 on the money line. The favorites, Grand Canyon coming in at +102. Over under at 131.5. So far, it looks like 63% of bets on Utah Valley, 53% of money on Utah Valley. And all I see for a total is 58% of money on the over of 131.5. Don't think this one's moved around too much, except for the total. Total has come down a little bit, it looks like. Has gone up a little bit, it looks like, from 127.
Oh, it opened at 127.
According to Action. Sometimes lately these college basketball totals over there on their tracker, the line movement has been a little goofy. I don't know if you noticed the same.
Yeah, I think so. So, yeah, I definitely have. So, Utah Valley holding firm at the -1.5 at home, and then still holding pretty firm at the 131.5 as well, right?
Yep.
Okay. Thought I heard you correctly. Perfect. So, without further ado, we'll track it here all at the end. But as a reminder, my friends, the Moneyline Dice are now... That's a 1-1 yesterday, a nice 3-2 on the week, so sure seems above 500 and in the green to me. But what do I know? Who am I? Not the Moneyline Dice. These are little dice ASMR for your Thursday morning here. Without further ado, we go to the first roll. And we're taking the home team, Utah Valley Wolverines, or the away team, Grand Canyon Antelopes. I don't know. Neither does Mags. But I promise you, we all find out courtesy of the Moneyline Dice in 3, in 2, in 1. Away team!
All right, give us the Lopes, baby.
Away team.
I'm a fan.
Away team. Okay. Unofficially.
Give us the Lopes dice.
Oh, I'm a huge fan. 100%. ATS or money line. Will we be getting a little extra backing, a +1.5? Or maybe they say, nah, they're winning this one outright. Little plus money, Paulie cash. I don't know. Neither does Mags, but I assure you, we once again all find out in 3, in 2, in 1. Money line.
Okay.
Unofficially, Grand Canyon Antelopes money line per the Moneyline Dice. Now we go for the wild card roll. Will the die be doubling down? Will they need a re-roll? Or will they say, forget all that nonsense, we're going straight to the total? I don't know, neither does Mags, but I promise you we all find out for the final time. Hopefully, unless there's some funny business going on here. In 3, in 2, in 1.
Come on, dice.
Oh, okay, it's stuck. I can't see it yet. Hold on. Away ATS.
All right.
Hey. So we
Money
take the
line.
points and sprinkle? Is that what we did? We take the
I
points
feel like
and sprinkle?
with
With the
I don't know,
+1.5, I guess. But yeah, it kind of changed. But with the +1.5.
go with money line. Double
Yeah,
down on money
that's
line.
a double down. That's a double down. They said money line first. So, okay, I like where your head's at.
Yeah.
Oh, you waiting for me? The dice have spoken! If you want to guaranteed take one ticket to the window here tonight, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 10, but 1 ticket straight to the pay window tonight. No questions, no qualms, no queries, none of the bullshit. Not per me, not per Mags, not per any living, breathing, heart-beating human being on this planet, but per the all-knowing, ever-powerful, ever-present Moneyline Dice. Hammer in right here, right now. The Grand Canyon Antelopes on the money line. Thank you, Dice.
Thank you guys. I don't know why, but that felt like a really good golf clap from the both of us.
Yeah, that was electric. that was a really good one, dude. The vibes are fucking immaculate today. I don't know what it is, but the vibes are fucking immaculate today. I will tell you that. All right, let's see here. So now I can actually track this nonsense. Okay, so we got GCU money line 2-10 2022, and this is the game between GCU and, holy cow, Utah Valley. Okay. Come on, kid. Use your brain. Here we go. All
Lopes
right.
Moneyline, dude. I'm about it.
Lopes Moneyline. I'm all the way about it, dude. Hell yeah, I'm all the way about it. Are you kidding me? I love the Lopes. I kind of wanted this, but this, I mean, I said at the top of the show, if I've ever seen a true coin flip pick'em in college basketball, this is the game. I don't know, like, I think it's going to be, this might be a 112 to 113 shootout. This thing might be insane.
This should be on anyone's list of, like, a list of 5 games to watch tonight as far as what should be an incredible game. This is probably on that list of 5.
Oh, 100%. At least from a mid-major perspective, no question about it. I think across the board, too, honestly. Hey, I wasn't going to say it. I'm the mid-major king. I just but a humble messenger. But I think you are spot on, mi compadre. Okay, there you go. That's the first half of the show. The nonsense has been flowing quite well. Partner, we've been right about 48 minutes, 50 minutes. I think we found ourselves a nice little flow here. We got about 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes of bullshit at the beginning, in case anybody didn't know. You're tuning in late, whatever. Then we got our plays, everything. We got plenty of time to recap, get some from the wonderful Moneyline Dice, and then, goodness gracious, we got all the time in the world to get all kinds of crazy we want to get. So without further ado, my friend, I got to update this thing. But what's been burning on your brain, melting on your heart, festering on your soul that you have been dying to get out the kind folks that joined us on episode number 221 of the TTL Pod on this absolutely beautiful, February the 10th, 2022.
All right, dude. A few different things here. So, first of all, it is Music Trivia Thursday. First of all, got some good stuff there.
Okie dokie.
Had to bring some nonsense to our attention first, though, my friend. So, I mean, I guess I'll preface this by saying you had a lot of jobs, and I know a lot of them were, pretty active, hands-on stuff. Anyone that you had that was ever left you kind of bored, not kind of twiddling your thumbs, not really doing much at all? Any job like that you have?
Yeah, Subway sucked cock. It was just like literally sitting there doing nothing every once in a while. Then again, it was in a town of like nobody, like fucking 1,100 people. But then again, yeah, it was pretty boring. Yeah, what are you getting at with this?
Entertain yourself? Question mark.
Watch the tube.
Okay.
Maybe eat a frozen cookie.
Probably better ideas than I'm asking these questions for a reason, because
Well, what are you getting at here?
Art exhibit security guard. Probably about as boring of a security job as you can get, unless you get some art thieves coming, and you'll see where I'm going with this, my friend. So this picture of this security guard is a little bit under fire for defacing a $1 million painting because he got bored, and it's like three blank face figures, and he gets bored, scribbles eyes on all three of them. This painting's worth $1 million, and this bored ass security guard just sitting there just starts doodling in this art exhibit, bro. You probably can't see.
So
painting.
Why? Yeah, I can't see the painting, but why? Why not? Maybe the notepad we got on us. Maybe like the wall. Maybe. What? Like, how old is this security guard? Is he 5 years old? Is this a security guard baby?
I'm pretty sure the story says he's like 60.
They're about to put him in a fucking home is what they're about to do. You fucking AARP'd yourself right into that shit, you dumbass. What in the hell is that? Are you kidding me? What in the world is that?
Oh, I didn't even realize. It's like an old paint. It's not like a new paint either. It's so three figures is what it's called, like 1930s.
Oh
painting.
Yeah, shit.
It's not even like a fresh one either, dude. This one, this is a.
I'm telling you,
I was like, I at least gotta bring this to our attention and laugh at this fucking dude.
They're about to put that old boy in the loony bin. You mark my words.
So this was in Russia. This was in Russia, to clarify.
That makes a lot more sense. Okay, hey, not any shade at any Russian folks out there or anything, but I mean, I don't know, like, what the hell? Like, who the hell just does that? They're like, what? What?
Death Wish? I don't know, dude.
I don't know, because I feel like we would have, if that was in the USA, that would have blown up, and like that dude probably he'd been hung at the stake or some shit, like,
or he'd be on Twitter like getting endorsement deals or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. There would have been something huge coming from it. Like, there's something big would have came from it. Damn.
It's like, yeah, I did that shit.
That's absolutely bananas. Like, oh, just tell me, let me watch it. You know what? I think that would be great with some eyes on it. Yeah, that guy didn't know what he was doing 50, 70, 80, 90 years ago.
It's like three figures, but it's like three little like finger looking.
Yeah.
And blank faces. He just scribbled on them.
Scribble little eyes. Hey, all right. Well, hey, hell of a place to start.
We all get bored, dude.
People get bored. Got to figure this shit out. There you go.
Trade deadline is heating up, though, dude. We're getting some breaking news. Nothing major so far, but Kings are staying active, dude. They just 4-team trade. They just got Dante DiVincenzo from the Bucks. Bucks are acquiring. This is a 4-team trade. Bucks are getting Serge Ibaka, not the Serge Ibaka of old, but filling out the bench over there for the Bucks. And the Bucks are sending Semi Ojeleye and Rodney Hood to the Clippers. And then I think there was one more aspect of it that I missed. The Pistons are sending Josh Jackson and Trey Lyles to the Kings. So, kind of contrary to what I said yesterday, they are kind of trying to give old Sabonis some shooters over there, which makes sense now a little bit more for their current team this year.
Right.
Still doesn't make sense for the next 5 to 10 years of their long-term franchise, but I digress. That's what we got NBA trade deadline-wise. But. Time to move into music trivia, dude. Nonsense aside. I've got 5 quick hitters for you, dude. We'll see. We'll see how this one goes. Maybe the final one might lead us into a rabbit hole as well.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I could find any other news over here. That's why I don't see anything else major. So yeah, rock and roll, dude. Let's get into it.
First things first. Who was the top-selling artist of the 1970s decade? Not the Beatles. I'll help you out there. Not the Beatles. Top-selling artist of the 1970s.
The Rolling Stones?
No, good guess though. It is a man.
Van Halen?
No, I imagine that might be a better guess for the 80s, I think. Could be wrong about
It is.
that.
Wait, you just said a man. Rolling Stones isn't just a man. Rolling Stones is a band.
Right. I'm saying the person who the right answer is a man.
Oh, it's just a man. So I
Yeah.
wasn't even. Oh, okay. So I wouldn't even. In the 70s. Billy Joel?
Nope.
I'm closer though. Why can't I? Oh shit. Cause I'm a rocket man, burning it. Dude, I can't. Elton John. There we go.
There you go.
I couldn't just. I was seeing his face. I was seeing the fucking commercial with him and Nas X. I couldn't think of his damn name.
Oh,
There you go. All right.
According to that website, at least. So.
Burning out his fuel out here alone. Yeah, hell yeah, rock and roll.
Okay. Who sings?
Benny and the Jets.
Yeah.
Benny.
One of my favorite songs ever.
Benny and the Jets.
We gotta get that back into our pre-show groups first of all.
Wow. I mean, dude, that shit just bangs. One of the best bangers of that time, dude. Benny and the Jets.
Oh, absolutely.
I would play it.
Marvin Bagley to the Pistons was the
only.
only thing that I missed as far as that trade, as far as a bigger name actually, but damaged goods. Anyways,
I'll keep
sings-
serenading everybody because last time I played a little music, they fucking copyrighted our ass. So I'll keep singing for everybody.
Yeah,
Hope
we
you
gotta
enjoy.
sing ourselves. Who sings? What group sings the song "I Want to Know What Love Is"? I want to know what love is.
I want you to show me. That is Aerosmith. No, it's not. Is that Van Halen? Who fucking sings that? I want to feel what love is. I know you can hold me. Dude, I fucking sing fucking song.
Oh, good band.
I know.
Let's see.
I'm just
Jukebox
blanking.
Hero is another song of theirs. Cold as Ice.
You're cold as ice. Fuck, dude. Oh, dude, so many rock and roll bands are going through my mind right now, and I just know it's not them, and I just can't. Oh, come on, roll the decks. Come on, roll the decks. You got it. There it is. No, nope. I tap.
It is Foreigner.
Foreigner, dog.
Foreigner.
Got it. That's one of my mom's faves. She likes Foreigner a
I got a
lot.
couple records on my vinyl from
Yeah,
Foreigner.
that and REO Speedwagon. Big fan of some REO.
Okay. What rapper hails from Fayetteville, North Carolina? Current rapper.
Current rapper from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Current rapper. There's a lot of North Carolina rappers. I mean, shit, that's like fucking trying to shoot a fish in the ocean with a fucking pea shooter. Like, I mean, I don't even know where to begin. I don't know. Any hints?
One of the most famous rappers alive.
And he's from
Not like of the
Fayetteville,
last
North
decade.
Carolina? I mean,
I thought this would be a little easier. My bad.
I mean, there's a lot, like, I mean, I could just start Jay-Z, Kanye West, J. Cole, like, I mean.
J. Cole.
Really? Oh, well, fuck,
Yeah.
there you go. Okay, J. Cole. No shit, that was just a random guess.
For sure. I thought that was gonna be easier if I'm being totally honest.
No, I guess I didn't realize he was from North Carolina. I guess so that's where, whatchamacallit, Project Hills Drive is?
Forest Hills Drive.
Forest Hills Drive, I mean?
Yeah.
That. Mhm. I haven't listened to that album in a long time. Holy
One of my
shit,
favorites.
that was college. Woo!
Speaking of the last decade, Jumpman, the song Jumpman,
Jumpman,
is
Jumpman.
on what Drake/Future album? What is the album called?
What a time to be alive. I just never stopped banging that shit in 2016 or whenever. It was nonstop. Oh, dude. Oh my gosh, that fucking album.
Was that while we were living together or right after?
2016.
2016.
It was during when we were living together. Cause
think so, right?
yeah. If I got it, then tell me I got it. Then. Oh, dude, come on. That fuck. That was one of my. I used to wake up to Scholarships every fucking morning. That was one of my favorite songs on that album. I gotta go back to a little bit of What a Time to Be Alive. Like I think honestly, 2016 was like the last good, like rap everything. I mean, there's been some decent stuff up here and there from the
consistent.
OGs, you know, like Wiz and Spitta and Juicy and like the guys that we've followed for a long time. But like, it's just, I don't know, it's just so oversaturated with just like the same kind of sound and shit now. And like, I don't know. And like,
And I
so
think
many,
all our
like,
favorites have just
deals
been chilling, honestly.
yeah, and with like so many deals and like, bro, like Schoolie, you know how bad I want a fucking Schoolie album, but like he can't fucking, like, dude, he was talking about Mac the other day and he still just gets fucking just so fucked up about it.
He's cooling and bulling on the golf course 5 days a week,
Hell
dude.
yeah, he's trying
Did
to
you hear
find.
what he
He's
said?
just trying to find himself. Yeah, on the PGA, that fucking interview. Yeah, I fucking
Yeah.
loved it. He was like,
Yeah.
literally, golf is a lot like life. Like, hey, sometimes you just go right in the sand, but hey, no worries. You never know. You might chip out and in. I'm just like, damn, Schoolboy Q spent some fucking
Honestly,
wisdom on the golf course. Fuck.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Big fan of
Yeah.
Schoolie, man. Fuck.
Same.
Need a new Schoolboy
All right.
album.
Fifth and final, and maybe it'll lead us into another rabbit hole. So this was about 20 years ago. The song Next Episode on Dr. Dre's 2001. Who is featured alongside Dr. Dre on that song?
Smoke weed every day. Snoop Dogg.
Yep, that's it.
That's it.
Yep, that was all I was looking
I thought
for.
there was. I thought there was two. I thought there were two more guys. I thought maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy.
Nope, that one is just Snoop. It was.
Oh, is
yeah,
it
that
that?
one is just
What's
Snoop.
what? Oh, there's like another one that's the episode after or whatever. What the fuck am I thinking of? I don't know. They did a remix, I think. I don't. Later,
I'm not
but
sure.
yeah, that one's fucking terrific.
One of my favorite songs. Snoop is on there. I mentioned Snoop, and it might lead us into another rabbit hole because
Super
Snoop.
Bowl.
Not
also
only
that
Super
too.
Bowl, but yesterday it came out that he is rumored to have purchased the label of Death Row Records. My friend,
Talk about a
Snoop is making big moves.
Actually, I'm not gonna say. Well, I was just about to say Snoop is gonna make big move because I don't know who watches this show and then eyes everywhere. So I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. I got no reason to say anything what I was just about to say. But hey, yeah, big stuff. Snoop D-O-double-G purchasing Death Row Records. Like, whoa, man. I mean, that's some crazy shit. He's making big moves, and I'm telling you what. Watch it all be in correlation with the moves he's making in the NFT space and actually putting money back in the artist hands. Like, dude, watch Death Row Records be the next thing. Like, oh man, Snoop's into some shit right now too with all his NFT game and everything he's got going on. And I mean, that's only going to whatever the hell the Super Bowl is gonna be. I can't wait till OG gets on the stand. Oh my. It's gonna knock everybody's socks off.
How can you not love him, dude? Anything he does, how can you not love him?
Period. And you know, at this point in time, like, you know, he's going to have at least 5 blunts over the course of that performance, and like, nobody's gonna say jack shit. Who the fuck's gonna say something? Nobody. It don't matter if it's in LA. It don't matter if it's in fucking Ohio. For crying out loud, hey, he's gonna do what he's gonna do.
That's one of my favorite, like hiring a musician or whatever. When Kansas did it for the like basketball, like midnight whatever thing, and they hire Snoop Dogg, and he comes and brings Snoop Dogg and his full Snoop Dogg show, and they have issues. And it's like, well, you hire you. Sorry, I had
got
strippers
Snoop Dogg.
and money guns and whatnot. You hired Snoop Dogg. I mean,
and I smoke about 500 blunts a day. You want me to just stop for this little 3-hour period? Sorry, that's not going to happen, or else Snoop Dogg, D-O-double-G, won't be able to do what he needs to do. So, hey man, I'm excited as hell for this for the Super Bowl show. Cause what? It's Mary J. Blige, Shady, Dre, Snoop Dogg, and
Kendrick.
Kendrick too. Yeah, shit. Kendrick is gonna be sick, bro. I wonder what he's gonna do. We need a new Kendrick album, is what we need. Holy
we
shit!
have to be close.
Speaking of the TDE boys, we need a fucking Kendrick album. Holy cow! What was the last one?
That he did?
It wasn't the fucking Black Panther soundtrack, was it? Like, I know that wasn't like all him, but like he did a good handful of shit on there.
Right. Nah.
That wasn't like, I can't think of anything like outside of Damn. Like, what?
Nah, it was, bro.
No shit.
Yeah, it freaking was.
Dude, we need a new
And then
Kendrick
Damn
album.
right before that. Yeah,
We
he's
need
due.
a new
If he's
Kendrick
popping-
album.
Yeah.
Holy
This
shit.
has got to be the precursor for it. Honestly.
It has to be,
to
right? Because, bro, dude,
Has
like,
to
it's the first time I've seen Kendrick in a long time, and I was like, damn, my boy's starting to get old. I felt old seeing him. Like, I always just, like, looked up to him, like, and he was, like, he was one of the younger ones in the industry, and it was like, damn, my
Yeah, next
boy's
thing you
getting
know, yeah.
old. Fuck.
We've been following him for a fucking decade,
I
bro.
know, dude.
If
It's
that.
insane. It's like all of the artists that we came up like Wiz, bro. Wiz is the craziest one to me. Like, I'll never forget just like fucking 2010 2009 fucking Wiz, maybe even before that, Wiz just coming out, like Teach You to Fly, like all those OG tracks, and sitting down there playing Call of Duty Black Ops, blasting that shit, just living life, Mac 2, and then just like growing up with these guys, and now holy shit, like they're full ass dads and have families, and also like into whole other endorsement deals and everything that like we'd have never even imagined those guys. I mean, imagine their life, like. Bro, just some fucking dudes. Like, that's why we respect the fuck out of Spitter and Wiz so much. Like, they live together in New Orleans, nothing. Like, they rap about it all the time. Like, they didn't have jack shit. And, like, we can resonate with that a lot. Like, fuck, he talks about it, like, scraping 2 nickels together to go down to the Asian restaurant, the Golden Dragon or Palace Dragon or Dragon Palace, whatever the hell that place was called. Like, that's one of my favorite things. And one of my favorite Spitter ad-libs. I mean, that's just like, I mean, I can so resonate with that. And I mean, to see those guys, like, they come from jack shit and now fucking, they got 100 fucking different old schools. They got the new schools. They got houses, mansions. They're flying all over the fucking place. It's just like, that's what you do the shit for, because you see it's fucking attainable. And to see those guys do it, it's just fucking cool to see the journey. And now, shit, they're getting old and we're getting old. What the fuck?
Honestly, dude, Currency's eye for cars too. I'm so sick. Just total sidebar off of that, but his eye for cars, dude, is so sick.
So sick, absolutely, dude. Like,
I tweeted 20 seconds ago. That's weird.
He did.
218. I think he might be coming out with something here in a week or so. 218. ... I'm sure that you'll love what we've done, and it's just a picture of someone standing at the door with a hood. I don't know.
Oh, I can't fucking wait, dude. Oh, let's go. I've been fucking banging the shit out of Pilot Talk. That most recent one. That's.
He tweeted yesterday. Kanye must have, like, I don't know why, but Kanye, like, like, used a tweet of his on his story, and so then I randomly saw Currency was like, people keep talking Kanye posted my tweet on his Insta, and now my homies think I'm about to be on Donda 2 and shit. Like, please chill. Oh, yeah, and in that he says Cotton Nuance drops 218, so he does have something for sure coming up.
Okay, well, there you go. There you have it. All right.
Love it.
Outside of that, not a whole lot of other breaking shit.
I have to imagine you saw the old Derek Lewis and Tai Tuivasa press conference. Funny shit yesterday.
Oh yeah, all this shit going back and forth. Yeah, I guess we can talk about that. Oh fucking, it just even further solidifies why I love both these guys so much and why I don't want to see them in a cage together. Like I don't, bro. Like to hear Ty go. Like, some media guy, if you guys didn't see it, asked Ty, he goes, hey, what are your thoughts about the last time that Derek came out and he knocked the guy out and he pulled out his cup and threw it into the crowd and somebody, I guess, did a shoey or was going to do it out of it or whatever and ended up selling it as an NFT or some shit and yada yada. And he's like, oh, shit. He can just throw me his cup after I'll do a cuppy after I knock him the fuck out, and I'll just do one of those. Hey, he finishes. He goes, I'm keen. Let's go.
Keen? What does he say? He's like something about like I'll do it out of his ball blocker.
I'll do it out of his. I'll do a little one out of his ball guard there. Why not?
Ball guard, yeah.
Like, you gotta be.
And then what Derek Lewis said on the other side. Did you hear that one too?
I didn't follow up with Derek. I didn't know he had to follow back to him.
It's essentially just classic Derek Lewis, like, because I guess it was his birthday this week or something like that, which I didn't understand. Someone was like, oh, like, is that weird? Like, did you get a chance to celebrate, have a good meal? I was like, oh, yeah, I had a good meal. Like, my wife, I don't remember. He's like, basically, just like, I had a good time with my wife, is paraphrasing it along those lines. Gotta try a few new things out, this and that. And the dude's just like, congrats on that.
Like, shit! I did see a one too. He was like, guy asked him, he's like, so did you watch that last Francis and Cyril fight? Like, what did you think of that? Whatever the case might be. And he was like, I'll be damned if I give fucking Francis a dime of my money to go toward his pay-per-view check. And I'll tell you what, I was trying to stream it a few times, but the stream kept getting cut off. Come on, Derek. You're a UFC fighter. You can't say that shit. Oh, I was fucking losing my shit. These two guys are absolutely electric. It just solidifies why I don't want to see them in the cage, dude. Gosh,
what's an outcome that satisfies us? Like even
a 3-round banger where they barely touch each other. That's it. That's all I want. To throw leg
maybe
kicks.
A couple good licks back and forth here
and
there.
Yeah,
maybe
nobody drops.
And they don't get knocked out or something.
Yes, nobody drops.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to go to sleep, dude. I just don't want either one of them to go to sleep because I love them both so much. And it's just like, that's the ultimate, bro. It's the knockout king versus Bam Bam. And Bam Bam's coming up, bro. And I'm not going to not say that he couldn't catch Derek. And I'm not going to not say that Derek couldn't catch him. And I'm not going to not say that we might see the first ever heavyweight double knockout in the history of MMA. I don't know, man. I'm going to be sitting like this, just fucking coming out of my shorts when it's fucking happened, dude. I don't know what the fuck, man. I don't want it. I don't want it whatsoever. But the rest of the card, I want all of that action, my man. It is absolutely gorgeous. I've been tuning into the countdowns and all the embeddeds and shit, keeping up with all what's going on. And honestly, dude, those really help me with my capping at the end of the week. What you got there?
Top of my timeline, dude, Mr. Blood Diamond. You
Blood
brought to my
Diamond.
attention yesterday. Christopher
Hey.
Reeve. Reminder that Blood Diamond is making history as a first Zimbabwean UFC fighter, dude. This man looks terrifying.
Oh, he is, and yes, that's the perfect way.
Terrifying.
Folks, if you don't tune in to prelims, number one, fuck you. I'm just kidding. But
tune into
you don't fucking tune into prelims, then fuck you. But if you typically are not a person who doesn't tune into the first 1, 2, 3, they're boring. Fuck that shit. Like, I can't, dude. If I ever get blessed with the opportunity, which I will be blessed with the opportunity to go to a live UFC event, I'm gonna be there for every doggone single scrap, for crying out loud. This is the one that you don't want to miss. This Blood Diamond character, he is a city kickboxing fella. That is where old Izzy trains out of. Wouldn't you know, he's from Zimbabwe. Izzy's from Nigeria. Not the biggest connection, but still. And okay, now he's coming up. Izzy himself is saying that he's doing shit that he ain't ever seen before. And that's the style bender, my friend. So I say you should strap in. He's 3-0 right now, so hey, whatever. And Jeremiah Wells is a formidable foe. But boy, oh boy, I think old Blood Diamond, he comes from literally where blood diamonds are fucking come from, and his name is fucking Blood Diamond. Like, hello? I probably don't bet against that. I don't know. I mean, call me crazy. I'm probably taking the plus 180 15 times. I mean, goodness sakes, all Friday.
Honestly, of course I'm not betting against that man. Are you crazy? That man's gonna haunt my nightmares if I bet against that man. Like, not even kidding.
Yeah. Keep your eyes peeled for that one. That's going to be absolutely bananas. Holy shit. This is a big city kickboxing card too, my man. Jacob Malkoun, that'll be a good one against AJ Dobson. Carlos Olberg against Fabio Charant. That Olberg versus Charant is going to be bananas. Carlos Olberg, if you haven't watched him fight, oh boy, you're in for a treat there. Renato Moicano and Alexander Hernandez, that's going to be sick. Hernandez just bites down on the mouthpiece and swings. He don't give a damn. William Knight and Maxim Grishin, dude. That was one that really jumped off of me. I like William Knight plus the 145 right now. About 24 hours away from when I start writing my fucking UFC blog for sure, but I've got some leans and shit, and I was just like, I know Maxim Grisham's good, but like, dude, this will be his 43rd professional fight, and I think this is kind of a gatekeeper fight for a William Knight, and like,
So let me ask you this, from someone who's become a huge fan, loves capping this, but definitely not on a high-level standpoint from my side of things. I've seen William fight a handful of times. I've become a big fan of his and believer in his.
Of a bitch.
I like that plus 140, but have no idea what the deal is with the other guy. What's the type of advice for a situation like this? Like, do I, whether it's me or some random person listening to this, do I just dive deep into the other person to figure out what he's about before I go and hammer blindly the plus money on William Knight?
I appreciate you putting me on the spot like that, because I think that's really something you should think about. And yeah, I think you should dive into a little bit of Maxim Grishin before. But one thing I always look at is like, okay, he's 31-9-2. Like I said, this is going to be his 43rd professional UFC fight. I mean, he's got, or 42nd. Yeah, this will be his 43rd. So generally, unless your name's Ben Rothwell, those guys aren't winning the fights. It's just not happening. And I just called it a gatekeeper fight. And what I mean by that is there's these, not the top 10, maybe not even the top 15, but you win this fight and okay, now you are officially in contention. Your name is now in the ring where you can start getting those top 15, top 10 fights. And if you win that fight, now you are in contention for starting to make some serious moves in this division. William Knight is at that spot right now, and this is that gatekeeper fight. And I've told you about this spot time and time again with guys who are pretty close to retirement, almost on the end of it. And I mean, Grisham is coming off of a loss. I'll probably write about this on Saturday for sure. But there's no reason whatsoever that Knight has to be a underdog in this. Maybe if you're looking at it from a height and reach perspective, for sure. Grisham's got about a 6'3" compared to 5'10". I was trying to see the reach. I'll write about all this because I think this is really going to be one of mine. But yeah, you want to look a little bit deeper before you dive into that. But these are one of the key spots that I really target, much like spot last week. Budas or
first fight of the night, right?
Yeah, UFC debut, and he's favored minus 300 favorite. Horse shit. Like, I don't care who you are. If you're the second coming of the Lord Almighty, you're not a 300 favorite as a UFC debut. Right. It just don't happen. But maybe. Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe. I put you at minus 700. My fault. But I don't know, man. I see those spots. Those are a couple key spots, and really when it comes down to betting UFC, and if you see I went 4-2 last week, up 4.5 units. Because that's how I play, and it's a long game with UFC. Like, you might look at my record and you say, he's 32-37. What the fuck? Like, are you? But I'm up 4 units overall, and then across the whole board between my props, my parlays, and my main straight plays on the money line, I'm up 11 units all the way across the board. So It's a long game with UFC. So if we're not cashing every single one of them, hey, but I mean, like last week, absolutely electric. Beautiful, and that's what we're going for. Obviously, we want to cash every single damn one, but that's why I go for a lot of plus money parlays, because UFC really is hard at the end of the day. I can fucking dive into every website I want to. I can know everything about every fighter on the freaking card and on the roster that I want to, and everything they've done for the last 10 years of their career, but he could come out 5 minutes before the fight and have a stomach bug, and walking out, his whole brain is just doing this shit, and he gets knocked out in the first 5 seconds. And he was a minus 300 favorite. Like, it can still happen. So it's difficult. That's why I like the plus money parlays. I like to find those situations and kind of bank on situations like that actually happening. So, yeah, appreciate that question. Got me down a rabbit hole.
Of course.
I love it. Yeah, outside of that, also, go ahead.
No, my girl. One of the next ones up here in the prelims, dude. Happy Warrior, Izzy. Yeah. Oh man, dude! If you didn't hear Izzy talking about her,
she's the best, man.
Awesome things, dude. Which was like so true. It's like, if you don't like her,
you're
didn't
bullshit.
He say it literally? If you don't like her, fuck you.
Yeah, honestly, dude. Like Roxanne, we tweeted it from the TTL page multiple times. Like, Roxy, the Happy Warrior, has been our favorite girl. Like, yours for the longest time. Like, I'm in the boat. I've been helping you row it down the stream. She's the best, man. It's going to be a scrap for her with Casey O'Neill, I will tell you that. Casey O'Neill's been running through chicks left, right, and center, but what I will also tell you is that in her 46th professional fight, holy motherfuck, Roxanne Modafferi is not going to go out under 3 rounds. Now, it's going to be pretty stiff on the old odds there, about minus 170 for it to go the distance, but I definitely think that happens. I don't know.
So let me ask you this from my perspective over here, because I agree.
One final time for the one time.
I don't expect her to win, but I do expect her to go. So do I take Casey O'Neill by points minus 105?
No. I think.
Just go.
I think. Well, actually, yes. I think you could potentially take Casey O'Neill by points. I think that has some good value to it. But I think one time for the 46 out of 46, you do a money line sprinkle. I think you do a quarter unit or a half unit sprinkle, because this is a one time. And who knows? Casey O'Neill's 8-0, big boy. And I'm telling you what, she ain't faced nobody that's got 46 scraps under her fucking belt. And I'm telling you, she might be plus 310, but it seems just a little bit overvalued to me. And hey, you know I'm a big fan of the old Happy Warrior and what she does and what she puts down. Not only from just the martial arts perspective, because she is a hell of a martial artist and a hell of in that mind frame, but also dig the DBZ, Dragon Ball Z, for none of you fans out there, and everything she fucking brings as a nuclear power plant to the stage when she's weighing in, her fucking hair and shit drawn on her face. She's the fucking best, dude. I mean, she literally is. There's a reason why you've been seeing shit float around about her. There's a reason when fuckers retire from the UFC, nobody talks about them, and there's a reason why everybody's talking about her. She is she's your favorite fighter's favorite fighter, and she just fucking bites down on the mouthpiece and just puts her fucking forehead down and says, "Let's go, bitch. I'm about this action, and I hope you are too, because we are going 15 minutes." And man, oh man,
I'll lose my mind if she wins this fight, dude.
Oh, if she wins, it'll be the
You're
best
right.
thing ever.
I have to do something. You're right. 100% right. I have to sprinkle. What am I talking about?
You have to, dude. Like, just in case it plays out like how our last 15 fights have played out. You ever lose by decision, whatever. Yeah, you take Casey O'Neill on the decision, minus 105. But this is the last time ever. You got to sprinkle that plus 310.
What am I talking about?
To another old dog. I don't dare say this about this old dog, though, because he's a scary Russian, man. And that's Andrei Arlovsky. And those scary Russian fellas they're like a fine wine. They get stiffer with age, you know? And I'm not trying to bet against that. But Jared Vandera, he's been kind of coming up. He's a scuffling here lately. But man, oh man, it's again, oh goodness gracious, Andre. Whew.
I was just going to ask favorite before diving too deep into it, obviously.
Wowza. This is the thickest I've seen Andre look in a while. He's at 245. He looks pretty fucking thick. Whoo, boy. He was always pretty much a slim heavyweight, and he's got some love handles on him, I'll tell you what. Goodness gracious. Gosh, does he look thick? I'm interested to see what he looks like on the scale. Holy shit, he looks thick. I'll have to tell you, I'll get back to you on that one, but I mean, in his 53rd professional appearance inside of an MMA, any type of MMA appearance, I mean, dude, at some point in time, he's got to lose one of these here, I think, but I don't know. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, he's won back-to-back against Carlos Felipe and Sherman. Now, again, that Carlos Felipe is questionable at best because his ass just got booted for fucking PEDs, so fuck that guy. I mean, he's goof-ass. But either way, Arlovsky still beat his ass, so who knows? Maybe Arlovsky's worth a look. Maybe he's worth a look. I don't know. Bobby Green, I think, is going to be worth a play here. He seems rejuvenated, ready to rock and roll against Nasrat Hakparsat. That's going to be a scrap and a half, but Bobby Green, coming out of nowhere here recently, he kind of he scuffled for a while, stayed around like the top 20 range in the lightweight division, and then once kind of like now Connor and Dustin, like all this shit is kind of like phasing out. Like he's been able to make some fucking moves with some of these low-level guys, and now they're giving him some of these like, this is kind of a pedestal fight for him. We could see him getting a top 15, top 10 fight next after this if he does win it. So I like it a lot. He actually stepped in on 2 weeks' notice into this fight too. And I mean, he seems calm, cool, collected. He's having fun. He's having a blast. So I'm very interested to see what happens in that one. Bobby Green, definitely worth a look. Then you got Cannonier Brunson, dude. Gonna be a fucking scrap and a half. I know Cannonier is pissed after his loss to Bobby Knuckles. The fact that Cannonier, Brunson, Adesanya, and Whitaker are all in the same fucking building at the same fucking time is insane. Like, you don't even understand, like, the implications that are from that Cannonier fight and the Brunson fight going into the fucking Adesanya and Whitaker fight. Like, they play off of each other so much. Like, there's so many implications as to what fucking happens. Cannonier's pissed after getting knocked out by Bobby Knuckles. Point blank, period. Derek Brunson has all of a sudden found himself into what everybody thought was the back ass of his career, and now all of a sudden he's got his shiny little ass and his traps floating and his lats floating out all over Twitter. He's a blonde Brunson. Hey, do not fade Blonde Brunson. He may look like a crazy son of a bitch, but do not fade Blonde Brunson. He's all of a sudden back in action. Again, that's going to have a boatload of implications. I'm going to be very interested to dive into that one. You can miss me with the co-main, Derek Lewis and Tai Tuivasa. Not really. That is a fight fan's fight, and I guarantee you there is not one UFC fan that you would look at in the eyes right now and they would say, "Oh, yeah, I'm so excited for Tai to knock Derek out. Or I'm so excited for Derek to knock Tai out." Like, nobody is excited for this right now. Like, everybody is going to be fucking pins and needles, just like, please don't go see. Oh, please, oh gosh, that was really big. Please, oh, come on, circle. Like, everybody's gonna be losing their shit this whole time, man. Nobody wants to see either guy go out.
And then we'll enjoy the post celebration for whoever gets to celebrate.
Correct. Either we got a big black beast or we got a nice shoey. I don't know. Maybe because I can't even do a shoey because I would do a shoey because the last time I texted you, I was like, bro, I'll do a shoey if Tai knocks him out. He knocked him out. I said, fuck it, I'm doing a shoey. I don't feel right doing it. It's like dancing on Derek Lewis's grave, and that's not a man that I would care to do that to. But also at the same time, like, I don't want to talk like that because I think he could very well bury Tai as well. So it's just like it hurts me as a fan.
I have this Fantasyland image in my head that I've cooked up that I don't think it's possible, but they're just like hugging together and they both do their own celebrations at the same time and everyone's happy, but that's just not.
Yeah, that's
not
probably not what's going to happen at all.
No.
But I like where your head's at for sure, my man. And then you wrap it up, Adesanya and Bobby Knuckles, Robert Whittaker. That's going to be electric, man. Bobby Knuckles, much like I just said about Brunson, what everybody thought was kind of going to be the back end of his career, and now all of a sudden he's found rejuvenation. He said, "Oh no, it wasn't just a little one and done title shot. There's a reason Izzy called him out. Izzy saw him and what he's done and how he's improved, and he knew he would improve very, very well." And not a lot of people know this, unless you're a very, very staunch fan. But the reason Izzy called him out is because he wants that challenge. That's the sick fuck that Izzy is. He wants to push himself to the damn outer limits, and in some sick, weird, twisted reality, he's hoping that this goes 25 minutes. He's hoping that he doesn't put fucking Whittaker out so he can just absolutely put on a masterclass and piece his ass apart and just show everybody like, yeah, he improved. This was a 25-minute war, but now you know who the real champ is. 25 minutes. It's the same thing. He's going to look right at Bobby again and I'm the real champ, bitch. And they could probably hug it out, but then that'll be it. But I truly believe. I
like what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, because he's minus 265 on the money line. But if you are listening to Colt and you think you know kind of how it's going to end, it's plus money across the board, like method of victory for Izzy.
I don't think either at the same time that Bobby puts himself into that same position. He got a little bit carried away last time. He got wrapped up in the fanfare and the bullshit and all that, and he wanted Izzy's head. I mean, he wanted it. So he put himself in a lot of dangerous spots. And when you put yourself flat out there, you go in fucking just swinging and banging with somebody like Izzy who stands so tall and isn't afraid to see shots coming at him. That's the thing. That's why people get knocked the fuck out. They start to just fucking turn and move. And fucking Izzy stands so tall and he watches every shot coming at him. It's like they come at him in slow motion. Right. And when you're doing that, you're throwing big shots and he's just sitting there with his hands down. He can literally target acquired on your fucking chin and just bloop. And that's all he needs to throw. It's just a bloop. And that's it. And you'll go to fucking sleep. He talks about it all the time. Everybody has power. You don't need power. If you're accurate, you will go the fuck to sleep. It's not hard. You don't have to throw your entire... That's why I watch some of these, they circle around the internet and the guy's just fucking swinging all like a fucking goon rod. It's just like, dude, like...
Right.
Back to actual real fighting. It's just, it is, he's just on an entirely different level, man. And I cannot wait to see what'll happen. But...
So let me ask you this now. Looking at these odds here, what do you even put as Whittaker's chances to win this fight, period?
None. Slim and none. Slim and none. Two chances.
Because you could put the same unit on FanDuel if you got by points Izzy plus 170, by KO TKO plus 190. You put the same unit on both of those, and as long as he doesn't sub him or lose, which I don't think he's ever subbed anyby in his career, doesn't that seem too damn easy?
See what you just said. Just some reason the only thing he's been working on is his kicking game and shit. I'm telling you, bro, Izzy is gonna come out of nowhere. Watch this fucking motherfucker hit the canvas because that's what Bobby thinks he can do. Because Bobby's been training at the Gracie gym, and watch. I'm telling you. You'll see a whole nother evolved level of Izzy on the ground because that's how guys think they can beat him now. I mean, 100% after the Jan fight. Well, I'm sorry, Jan was 70 pounds heavier than his ass, for crying out loud. Right. That's one reason. But at the same time, Izzy was less beat up than he was in the Kelvin Gastelum fight after he got done with legendary Polish power. So Izzy's a different motherfucker, man. But again, back to the... I think Robert is as well. I think he's definitely an evolved fighter, especially after what we saw against Cannonier. Like, Cannonier was not ready for that at all. He thought he was seeing the classic Robert, and wow, did he get caught. And yeah, he's going to be evolved. I don't think he's going to go to sleep by any means. He's not going to put himself in those harmful situations. He's going to try and out-tactic one of the most tactical fighters in the UFC, and I just don't think that's going to be the best game plan for him. He's going to try and get him to the canvas, too, and that's just... Izzy's going to have a plan for it, man. Izzy looks thick. Izzy looks thick for welterweight or middleweight right now, and I like it a lot. So get me down the rabbit hole, dude. There you go. and how much I love fucking UFC.
100%.
Hey, man, anybody needs somebody to talk UFC, I'll go for fucking hours. I don't hear anybody talking about UFC like that.
100%. Because I've been telling you just a little bit the last few weeks, but the last few fight nights, like, I still don't, like, if I have no idea who the fighters are, like, I like to watch more so just to learn more about these guys on my own. And now we've got a card where almost the entire thing is stacked, man. So I'm getting my juices are flowing, dude.
Oh yeah, it'll be a good blog for sure. No, only one Brazilian. We got Douglas Silva de Andrade, or Douglas Silva de Andrade, whatever the hell it is. One Brazilian, so we won't have any DBAB parlay. It's been kind of a bummer. Start to the year here. Not too many Brazilians gracing us with their presence. I've been pretty pissed off about that. I don't know what the deal's going on.
Looks like Moicano.
Oh, Renato Moicano. That's right. I like Renato a lot. Him against Alexander Hernandez. Yeah, that's going to be a good fight. That's going to be a really good fight. Maybe he'll have to look into something. If anybody out there, y'all fucking, if you're new to me or whatever, you hear me say hashtag don't bet against Brazilians, or you see that in my bio, like hashtag don't bet against Brazilians. I just have a very, very strong tie to Brazil. Like, not anymore. Obviously, I'm not involved in the Brazilian community in any capacity whatsoever. But, like, I used to be, when I trained and did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I was very, very tight with a lot of Brazilian guys. And I love them. I love their culture. I love who they are. Oh, man, if I could go to one place, Brazil for sure. Like Rio, man, and just to experience them and their culture and the food and everything that they're about. And they're just some fucking warriors, man. They don't give a fuck. They're just warriors, and they're just some of the most, quick story, they're just some of the most kind-hearted people on the planet. I was rolling with, his name was Bruno Viss. And you know, the Viss, it's REIS, right? So that's how they say the R's or their V's, but that's how it actually is in Portuguese. So Bruno Viss was his name, Bruno. And boy was a heavyweight, every bit of a heavyweight. And I mean, probably 260, 270, maybe 280 walking. He probably cut 40 pounds to be able to make weight, which is fucking insane. But I was rolling with him. And at this point in time, I was still amateur. I was just starting to rank up in BJJ, and I was just starting to really get my feet wet and like learn the sweet sciences of it. And so at this point in time, I was fighting at 125, and I was cutting from probably about 135. Like, I wasn't cutting shit. Like, I just barely had to change my diet, and like I lost the weight. Like, it was nothing. I didn't have to hurt myself at all. And so I'm tiny as shit compared to him. And the most beautiful part, why I always say somebody needs to get involved in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or check it out, and why I love the Brazilian people so much. He could barely speak any fucking English, and I was so small. And I was going after this submission on him, and he could tell what I was trying to do because he was just so advanced. He knew what the fuck he was doing. He could tell what I was trying to do. So he goes, stop. He could barely speak anything. Whoa, freaked me the fuck out because he's that big, deep, bellowing voice. Stop. And I go, whoa, what's up? And he's like, hand here. And he like rips my arm off and like sticks it on his arm. He goes, now pull. I said, what? He's pull. And I just pull back. This whole big 280 pounds of him just flips right over, and I go right on top. He goes, not about strength, about leverage. Now one more time. Flips me back, like literally holds me, flips me back over, puts me back in the same spot. He goes, hand here, pull. Fucking pull, flips him back over. He goes, see, very easy. Now, back to it. What the hell? So I've always had such a special connection with these people. I've just always connected with them. There was another one, Andre Salas. Andre Salas was one of the coolest ones. He showed me some of the craziest submissions I've ever seen on this planet. Fucking one with he worked his legs up your body. He had you in full guard. Worked his legs up your body until they were right about around your lats, and he would just completely release back. And I don't know what the hell it did to move your body, but it felt like somebody just took a vacuum and went and took everything out of your body. It was the craziest submission I've ever seen in my life. Andre Salas, love that dude. Get me down an old nostalgia rabbit hole here with my Brazilian boys. I fucking love it, man. So I got story for days. I could tell about old fight camps and shit. So maybe we get down a rabbit hole on one of those sometimes. So. Hey, 100%. 32 minutes after the top of the hour. I thought we were going to cut this one short, but we certainly didn't. Couple of key updates here. Tomorrow, we were talking about over the weekend what the hell we were going to do for Super Bowl, yada, yada, yada. We're just going to make tomorrow the Super Bowl special. So we might have some people on. I don't know. I doubt it. I don't know if we can get anybody that late or what we're doing, but we're just going to go the entire show. We're just going to say Super Bowl. So we'll go sides, spread, money line, total. We'll dive into literally every single prop market. Like we'll do everything. I mean, I've already found some plus money parlays that I like to hammer in. Don't buy into the doggone 34-31 Bengals Rams shit. I know I was on it yesterday, but somebody changed the fucking. I've been looking into it. Somebody changed the whole thing. I've been looking into it. Yeah, it's.
What do you call it? What am I blanking on?
It was yeah. I don't know.
Why are we blanking on the word? What the hell?
Edit. Photoshop. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Either way, yeah. So don't do that. It's very funny that it was the lowest odds on the entire fucking books anywhere you could find. So be cool on that. But
to cut in, I saw another book or someone tweeted out like BetMGM had to lower their odds too because it was crazy high volume of bets too. And then the same person who tweeted about it was like, it's a typo. Please relax.
Goodness gracious, all Friday. All right, so there you go. There you have that. So,
anyways,
yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. So, we'll dive through everything. We'll give our score predictions. Maybe I'm still hot with the Bengals score predictions. You know, I just pulled the biggest bonehead move of my life and didn't lay a huge $100 smacker on the last one, 27-24, that I predicted correctly. So maybe we just shoot for broke here in the big one because your boy was hot last year. Your boy cashed a lot of shit. I forgot that I even narrowed it down for the fucking Gatorade dump, bro. You remember how I was like, man, both teams are red. Everybody's going to think it's red. Fuck this shit. I'm going blue. It was a blue fucking dump. And now this year, we got blue and we got orange. Ooh, oh my goodness. Now red just finds itself down at the bottom of the pack when everybody's favorite Gatorade, obviously when they're playing, is a nice red one. But also I love some Glacier Freeze, but they're not going to go Glacier Freeze back-to-back fucking years. So red is the obvious decision at plus 450. It's going to be a red Gatorade bath. You want more analysis than that? I ain't got it for you. It's pretty fucking simple, baby. It's pretty
show up tomorrow.
Pretty easy. Show the fuck up, and we'll tell you. So, show up tomorrow. It'll be entire Super Bowl special, and then we won't do Friday picks or anything like that. We'll just literally all Super Bowl. We'll still put out picks and shit. So make sure you follow us in all of our tracking apps and stuff like that. So. Outside of that, you can catch me on the Midday Market Report, courtesy of Jeff Dawson and East Coast Sports Investors here at 1 p.m. Central very shortly. No college basketball blog due to that this afternoon, so we'll talk all about it. I only got the 2 plays, so I'm sure we will have plenty of time to get through every damn play on the board here today. So we'll go through that, tune into that, and then outside of that, TTL-wise, nothing major late breaking. Speaking of Jeff Dawson, tune into yesterday's episode of the Wise Words Pod. Final episode of Season 2, Episode 10, first Volume 2 we got to do. Jeff helped us get out of a pinch. We were thinking about everybody we could, and we couldn't get a hold of a whole bunch of people with Super Bowl and everything going on. So appreciate you, Jeff, pulling us out of a pinch and having an absolutely electric Volume 2 episode, and it was an absolute blast. So be sure you check that out. No show next week. No Wise Words. We will follow it up the very next week with the start of Season 3. I can't believe I'm already saying that. Season 3, Episode 1. Our guest is out at the Super Bowl right now. Why we didn't have him this week. Not anybody we've already had before, so don't get to guessing anybody that you think it might be. Somebody totally new, but can't wait to talk with him as well. So that'll be 2 weeks from now. Outside of that, partner, anything else I left out, didn't debate about, didn't deliberate, anything in between?
As far as some of these trades, some more minor trades, and that is about it, partner. Raptors trading Goran Dragic, protected 2022 first to the Spurs for Thad Young, Drew Eubanks, and a 2022 second, which is actually sort of significant as far as Thad Young. Spurs were thinking about buying him out, which would have been a fantastic candidate for the Bulls to scoop up to bring Thad Young back for a nice bench piece. Not going to be the case, so I actually think the Bulls might try and find that big man off the bench, my friend. We shall see over the next few hours. And then the only other one, Celtics are trading PJ Dozier and Bol, everyone's favorite Bol, a future second and cash to the Orlando Magic for a future second round pick. Dozier and Bol are both out for the season, but it's a nice little cap saver for the old Boston Celtics, it appears.
Sure enough. Well, hey, appreciate the late breaking news coming out of the NBA and free agency. Wrapping up here today. Appreciate you on the opposite side of the screen as always, partner. Let's wrap it up. Last segment of the day here, my friends, for the final time. My motivation minutes. Now, partner, you get a little kick out of this one.
Okay.
We got a quote today, and we got a quote coming from the legendary producer, James Cameron.
Ooh.
Little favorite of yours, I know. So I just happened to be thumbing through some pages on the old Insta Slam, and I stumbled upon this quote. And I said, well, goodness gracious, this is what we do all the time. Let's talk about it, because we be about it, and I'll give some perspective on it. So, the James Cameron quote of the day: if you set your goals ridiculously high and it's a failure, you will fail above everyone else's success. If you set your goals ridiculously high and it's a failure, you will fail above everyone else's success. And, all that screams to me is just dare to be different. Dare to go chase your dreams and your goals and your passions. And in a way, I kind of disagree. I totally agree with what he's saying, but, I don't think anything's a failure. And I think I think that's kind of what he's almost saying here is, yo, even if you stumble and fucking fall, if you shoot for the stars, you're bound and determined to at least get into fucking space, for lack of a better term. Just keep going for it, keep running, keep moving, keep grooving, because that's all we have at the end of the day. And I absolutely love the quote. I just can't believe I stumbled upon it just randomly. I'd never heard that quote. I hadn't ever seen it in any capacity whatsoever. And it just so speaks volumes to what we're on and what we do every day, Mags. And, if you find yourself as a person, because myself, most importantly, am a person who goes 150%. I just can't take things 100%. I've tried to just okay, let's ease into this. Let's go 60, 70. I just can't fucking do it. I just can't. And if you have that mindset, if you have that drive and you're frustrated with your day-to-day and the monotony and the bullshit and fucking, oh my gosh, the fucking digits and the fucking boss and what the fucking, this doesn't make sense. Stop holding me back. Then stop being held back and just go after it, man. Because I'm telling you, if you have that drive and you have that mindset, I promise you what James Cameron's talking about here is that 150% mindset. Is that set your sights so damn high that nobody will even believe it. Everybody's looking at you like you are just a delusional fuck, but you really know that that's the real deal, Holyfield. It is totally possible to get there. And even if you stumble along the way, you're still so far leaps and bounds above everybody else who doesn't even have the cojones to even take the first step on the path. So, to me, that's the perspective James is trying to give here, and there's so many different perspectives you can take from this, but I guess just short and sweet, dare to be different, dare to take some risks, dare to take huge risks, dare to stand on the edge of the canyon looking out over a wide saying, that's a far fucking drop, but being willing to spread those wings and see if you can fly. I'm sure that I can promise you probably get about 3/4 of the way down before those damn things start working, and you actually start feeling a little bit safe, but it's so much fun to feel that adrenaline on the fall down. I'm sure my partner can attest with that too. So that's all the perspective I got. I'll close it out for you one more time with the quote. If you set your goals ridiculously high and it's a failure, you will fail above everyone else's success. And that does it for my motivation minutes of the day.
I absolutely love it, my man. I'm just curious, what were his specifically big wildest dreams, because I mean
probably
he's got,
Avatar. Probably Avatar was one of them motherfuckers. I would think
so.
of how crazy that was for the time, and the CGI and the shit they can't there no movies were doing that back then. I bet you people were looking at it that is not possible. People won't buy into that bullshit. Dude, especially in the staunch movie community.
Yeah, half his list of movies is some just massive productions, dude. So I wonder if he's got I wanted to do every single year one like this or something like that. And it's maybe not every single year there, Jimmy, but every couple of years you're gonna have the movie of the damn year, and it's gonna be a moneymaker. So
I'm fucking rubbing off on you, cracking me ass. You crack me up. I love it though, dude. It's always great to see guys like that, like the guys who have made it. They have that same mindset. I didn't have dick at the beginning of this. I mean, we talked about it with the rappers. You can look at any from any perspective in any industry you want. I mean, those motherfuckers are real life human beings, and they put their legs in their pants the same way we do in the morning, and that's why we resonate with so many of them. And that's all they want at the end of the day, is somebody who can be real and talk with them at the same level, And so, hey, it's great to see that. It's great to know those things are out there. There you go. Officially, my motivation minutes of the day. All right, that's all I got. Anything else come across your desk before we get on out of here, my friend?
Hey, dude, good news. Good news, tongue-in-cheek good news. Not actually. Rob Manfred is optimistic that we'll get started on time, in case you were wondering, holding their breath for his fucking opinion.
Yeah, that's some optimism I can sure buy into. Yeehaw. Whoop-hoo. Double thumbs up for you. Thanks, Bobby. We appreciate you, you man dumbass. What are we... I don't know, man. I don't know. I just want baseball. I don't want to miss baseball. I got books to bankrupt and I got brats to eat. It's 2 days and beers to drink and Kentucky bluegrass to smell. That's a couple of things. I need checked off within the next couple months here. And yeah, but hey, that too. Yeah, but hey, Cracker Jack, pal. I'm all about it. You know what? And if I gotta go beat down Bobby's door, I'll beat down Bobby's door because I ain't trying to miss the OMLB season. Okay. All right, outside of that, anything else? Seems like we are good to rock and roll. I will get us on out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, degenerates and gamblers, far and wide. For myself and Mags, we thank you from the bottom of our heart for choosing to stop by episode number 221 of the TTL Pod, and for every episode that you decide to stop by for that matter. Can't tell you how much we appreciate you guys' likes, your shares, your views, your subscriptions, your retweets, your comments, everything in between. We just hope to share a little bit of good vibes and energy and positivity and give you a brief mental vacation for the times that you stop by here and in a world that it is so hard to find. So I hope that you guys get that when you come here, and for you to stop by and share your time and your energy with us is more than we can ever ask. So thank you all so much. We appreciate the hell out of you. Enough sappiness from me. We hope you have a spectacular rest of your Thursday, unless you have any other plans. Make sure you get today's best bets of the day hammered in so you can say with me and my partner right at the end of every single show, let's cash some tickets.